Hello everyone, welcome to Grace Hollow Rabbitry. I'm PJ. I'm located in Northwest Arkansas where I raise commercial meat breed rabbits. I raise New Zealand's and silver fox. I raise these rabbits for fertilizer for my garden, meat for my table, and I raise them to produce improved breeding stock, and I also compete. I show them nationally. Speaking of showing, I just got back from the Ohio mini convention, which of course was over in Columbus, Ohio. It was a little bit of a drive for me. There and back and delivering rabbits, and after delivering my final rabbit, I have just under 1,800 miles in the last 4 days. So I've been very busy. And I know you're wondering, right, she went to Ohio and didn't bring any rabbits back? You're right, I did. I brought back a few. And I've been holding back a secret for the last almost 2 months now. And so I'm going to let you in on that today. Now, I just realized I'm wearing a black shirt again. So I'm going to go change shirts real quick. I know I have some silver fox I'm going to show you. They were black, and it's hard to see them when I'm wearing a black shirt. So I'm going to go change my shirt, and then I'm going to bring out the new rabbits and introduce them to you. Okay, so first up, I have a new pair of silver fox. This is a black pair, one buck, one doe. And these guys came all the way from, I think it's Carrot Garden Rabbitry, all the way from New York. So these guys traveled quite a ways. They had a transporter that took them from New York to Ohio, and then I picked them up in Ohio, and I took them to northern Illinois with me, or maybe that was central Illinois, and then brought them home. I have not had a chance to name these guys yet, but this is my buck, and man, I really love, I mean, these two are young juniors, and I really love this guy. I weighed him in just a little over 7 pounds. I think he was 7 pounds 6 ounces. Now the seller told me that he was 8 pounds before he left, but rabbits don't tend to eat well when they're traveling, and he's come a long way, so it's not uncommon for them to lose quite a bit of weight when traveling several days. So I'm sure once he gets settled in, he'll start eating and he'll be a hound again. So, but for now, he's a little over 7 pounds, which, by the way, for his young age is still pretty good. I think he's going to be a powerhouse of a buck. He's got a great top line, a great body type. Now, I am new to silver fox fur. I'll be the first one to admit that. So I am not a silver fox fur expert. I wouldn't even call myself avid in silver fox expert. I'm a very new beginner. This is a young guy. In my opinion, the way I understand it, I think maybe his fur is just a little short. And when you flip it back, you can see it's flying back rather quickly. Probably a rollback right now. And it should, when you do that, it should stand up, from my understanding. And that could be age, because he is a young buck. Probably the fur will lengthen and probably start standing up the more mature he gets, is my guess. But I was looking for the body type, and I got what I wanted with this fella. I'm very pleased with him. All right, and then I have my doe, again a black silver fox doe. Now my buck I thought was a little heavy in silvering, which is my preference. I like the heavy silvering. However, this girl, she's got a very even silvering, probably more ideal, maybe on the light side, I don't know. I do tend to pick the heavier ones, so she's probably about right. And again, excellent body type. Now this girl's some good size. She's also young, about the same age. She's got a great body. I just love that body. I love the loin. She's nice and full. She's nice and wide. I love this doe. But the same thing on the fur. It is kind of short and it rolls back. Not quite a fly back, but pretty close. But it does at least roll back and it should stand up. And again, I'm guessing length and that stand-up fur will probably come in as she matures. And again, I have not named these guys yet, but I'm sure you follow my Facebook page. So if you're anxious to find these names out for these new guys, be sure to like the Grace Hollow Rabbitry fan page. I will post their pictures and their names as I choose a name for them. And I have more. All right, next up is I brought home a trio of blue, and this is a buck. And I'm running out of daylight, so I hope the video is not too dark yet. But I do need to hustle to get this done before it does go too dark. So this is my blue buck. He's a real typey guy. He is a little on the small side. However, she did tell me he had gone off feed and was just now starting to eat again. He's in a good coat condition. He has not been handled much, so this is unusual to him, but he's adjusting. And again, I have not had time to name these guys, but this is a buck. Now, I bought the two does, and then this one was actually gifted to me. So it made a good even trio of blue New Zealands. And I really like this guy. These rabbits came from ABC Rabbitry out of Illinois, and it's the same rabbitry that Kirby came from and Nellie came from back several years ago, I guess 3 years ago or something. So I'm looking forward to working with these guys, and fabulous body type on this guy. I really like him a lot. I just hope he bumps up in size. And I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's a senior, a young senior, I think. I don't remember. I'll write down below what his true age is. He might be a 6'8", but I think he's a senior. Anyway, real nice buck. Just needs some size. And I got some big does that'll do that to him. Then here's one of the blue does. And these are young juniors. I think these are like January babies. They're real young. One of them is 6.5 pounds. And the other one was pretty close to 8 pounds already. And I think they're sisters. But even, good size on them. That one doe, for her age, she's real good in size. But they both have real decent body type. I love the top line on both of these girls. So here is the first young little doe. I think this is the smaller of the two. Real nice doe, real nice. She's got some width in her loin, even as a youngster. Again, ABC is a really large rabbitry, so they don't get the opportunity to handle their rabbits as much as us smaller people do, but real nice doe here. I like her a lot. Right, and then we have this doe. This is the smaller doe, and she's a little more tame than the first one. First one's just a little squirrely, but this one, again, real nice body type. I really like her depth, and I do need some depth in my herd, so that will come in nicely. And then, she's nice and wide at that loin. She's just a much more compact doe, but still nice. Now, I know what you're thinking, PJ. Seriously? A new pair of silver fox, a trio of blue. That's what you're all about. That's what you do all the time. Why is that such a big secret? That wasn't the secret. People knew these were coming. Now the next rabbit is the secret rabbit. Very few people knew that this one was coming. The seller, of course, knew. And my husband knew, Daddy J. And maybe a handful Oh, not even a handful, maybe one or two friends, close friends, knew this one was coming in. And I know some of my best friends, I managed not to let it slip. And I don't want you to have hurt feelings that I didn't tell you. I just wanted to keep it a secret from everyone for as long as I could. So let's check it out, right? All right, look at this. Now this is a handsome little fella, isn't he? This is a young 6'8" buck. He's white, of course. I decided a couple months ago, if you've been with me for a few years, for a long time, you know back on my original channel, I used to have all varieties of New Zealand's, which at that time was black, red, broken, and white. And I was also working with blue. Now at the time they had not been approved yet, but I did have them. So I had black, blue, broken, red, and white. So I had all varieties as represented by my old t-shirt. After my stroke, I couldn't handle as many rabbits. It took me twice as long to get anything done, and so I had to back off on the number of rabbits, and the first thing that went was my whites. And so I was really excited. A couple months ago I decided to bring the whites back in as a meat pen project, because I've recently had people looking for meat pens, and so I thought, you know, that's a good time to bring back the whites. And so this young guy came from Tennessee. He came from some of the nation's oldest and long-term, let's say long-term breeders and nationals winner. So he was an investment. He came from the top, a good breeder that's been around for the show world for a long time, way longer than me, and really knows their stuff. It's a husband and wife couple, and they really know their stuff. They have good stuff, very knowledgeable, and I felt like it was an honor and a privilege to be able to buy one of their top-of-the-line white bucks. Now, imagine my surprise after making the decision to purchase a white buck. I was going to go in the market and start looking for some does. I've had him ordered for a while. So imagine my surprise when I came home from Jonesboro and found out that Waterloo had some white babies. No, that was Friday morning on just before I left for Jonesboro. Anyway, I was surprised to find some whites, and I thought, oh, I really hope some of those babies, at least one of those is a doe, and I haven't looked yet. I do know one is a buck, and haven't had the chance to look at the other one yet. So I'm hoping Waterloo's baby is a white doe, and I'll have a new pair of whites. Of course, the doe won't be old enough to breed until late fall. And my blue doe, previous to him, gave me a little scratch. I am on Plavix, so I tend to bleed. It's not a bad scratch, it's just bleeding a lot because of the medication. And I'm hoping to show this guy this weekend. I started to tell you, this guy is a young 6'8" buck, and I put him on the scales. And I think I'm going to be safest showing him as a senior. He is 9 pounds 15 ounces. So if the judge's scale is off, you know, one way or the other, if it goes heavy, he's going to be disqualified as a 6'8" buck, because anything over 10 pounds has to be shown as a senior. However, to show as a senior, they only have to be a minimum of 9 pounds. So I think I'm going to show him as a senior, simply because if he teeters that scale just by a couple of ounces, he's not going to qualify as a 6'8" buck. And he's a young 6'8" buck, but he's weighing in as a senior. Yeah, I'm bleeding, and I'm afraid of getting blood on you. We need a really nice name for this guy. See if you have any suggestions for a handsome white buck. Again, most of you know. If you don't know, I named my rabbits after towns in Arkansas. So if you know a town in Arkansas that this guy would benefit from, let me know. I'll consider it. Otherwise, I'll take a photo of him and tell you what his name is on the Facebook fan page. Let's see if I can put him up without getting blood on him. Now, we don't want you all dirty, do we, fella? All right, so hey, I hope you've enjoyed my new rabbits. A pair of silver fox, a trio of blue, and a brand new white New Zealand buck that I'm very proud of. So, hey, thanks for watching. Down below, I'm going to leave some links. One of those links will be to my Facebook page so that you can help me choose a name for the white guy and learn the names of the others as they are approaching. I'm also going to leave a link to my website where you can find a schedule of my show schedule. That way, if I'm coming to a town near you and I have rabbits available, maybe I can deliver them to you at a show nearby. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.